Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this evening for our Merrimack College webinar series. My name is Gianna Voccola, and I serve as the Dean of Undergraduate Admission. And again, we're so glad that you're here. This webinar is a deep dive into one of Merrimack's $17,000 degrees, the Bachelor of Arts in Humanities. So we're really excited to share more about this innovative program, the opportunities that it offers, and how it prepares students for success. Joining me this evening is my colleague, Debra Michals, who is the chair and associate professor of humanities. So she's here to do a deep dive on the subject a bit later on. So we will begin with a short presentation and then move into a live question and answer series at the end. So feel free to submit your questions using the Q&A feature at any point in time, and we'll do our best to get through them all for you. So once again, thank you so much for joining us, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to talk a little bit about Merrimack at a high level. So Merrimack combines the resources of a larger university with the personal touch of a close-knit campus community. We're located about 25 miles north of Boston, which gives students easy access to things like internships, culture, and of course, career opportunities as well. On campus, you'll find more than 4,100 undergraduate students and 2,500 graduate students with a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. With over 100 undergraduate programs and 30 graduate programs, you will have plenty of options to explore, all with strong faculty support along the way. So academically, Merrimack is organized into 6 schools. We have the Girard School of Business, Arts and Sciences, Engineering and Computational Sciences, Nursing and Health Sciences, Education and Social Policy, and then, of course, our Graduate School of Counseling and Social Work. This structure is designed to give you flexibility to explore different fields, combine majors and minors, and work across different disciplines. And if you're not sure what you'd like to study just yet, our advising team will help you chart a path that makes sense for you. Although I think Deb and I would agree that the humanities is a great option for students to start their exploration. So what's new? At Merrimack, we are challenging the traditional model of higher education. For far too long, many families have felt that a high-quality private education is just simply out of reach, and we're changing that. We are doing so by rethinking tuition pricing. We're offering degrees that are priced competitively with public options, giving students far more choice and flexibility to receive a private education at a public school price. This disruption is already happening here at Merrimack. Our $17,000 tuition degrees are an exceptional way that that is taking place. So humanities was the first option that we offered, and it launched last year and drew nearly 75 students into that program in its first year as humanities at that price point. This really does prove that affordability and excellence can go hand in hand. And building on that success, we have expanded the model to include a degree in government and creative arts and design, all priced at $17,000 in tuition. We have also since added a new program in architecture and architectural studies, priced to be competitive with a public school option at $33,500 for tuition. So excellence at an affordable price point, that's truly the Merrimack promise. We're also growing our campus too. In the spring, we'll open a brand new 19,000 square foot lecture hall featuring 5 modern classrooms and space for over 700 students. This facility is designed for collaboration and active learning and definitely aligns with Merrimack's forward-thinking academic programs. And starting in fall 2026, we will open 2 new residence halls, adding 540 additional beds to campus. These will include both traditional and suite style housing options, plus an honors pavilion, fitness center, and 12,000 square feet of academic space. This will be a vibrant hub for both student life and learning. Affordability, as I mentioned, is really central to Merrimack's mission. 99% of our students receive some form of financial aid, and our scholarships range from $1,000 up to $35,000, depending on program and need. On top of that, filing the FAFSA form can open up an additional $15,000 in aid potentially. Together, we feel that these options can make Merrimack a realistic choice for many families without sacrificing the quality of a private education. So, as I wrap up my portion, I do want to emphasize what makes Merrimack so special, and that is really the strength of our academic programs and also the supportive community that we have here of faculty, staff, and peers who are invested in your success starting in day one. And we know that outcomes truly matter. At Merrimack, 96% of our graduates are employed, pursuing further education, or doing a combination of both within 9 months of leaving Merrimack. And our alumni report that at 10 years out of graduating from Merrimack, their median earnings are at about 122,000, which far surpass the national average. We're proud that a Merrimack education provides not only tremendous value, but also real return too. So thank you again for being here. And with that, I am delighted to hand things over to my colleague, Deb Michals, who will share more about the program in detail.
So welcome, everybody. I'm Debra Michals. I'm the chair and the associate professor of humanities, and I was one of the people who helped to develop this new program, so I know it fairly intimately. As you can see from the slide, if you're wondering, what are the humanities? Well, you can read the slide, but I can read it along with you. Humanities are the academic disciplines really that study what it means to be human and the questions that we ask about what it means to be human in our society and cultures. It's rooted in philosophical, artistic, and historical perspectives, and we use a variety of methods of analysis, exchange of ideas, interdisciplinary approaches, criticism, and a lot of our courses center on expression. And so many of the disciplines that students can study include language, law, literature, philosophy, religion, social justice, and so on. So as Gianna mentioned, of course, that this is really an affordable investment with lifelong returns. And the Bachelor of Arts in Humanities, it really is redefining traditional liberal arts by basically bringing an interdisciplinary curriculum with the kinds of skills, core, essential, usable, real-world skills that employers are looking for, and all, of course, at this affordable $17,000 tuition. As the slide indicates, it's an exceptional value, right? It's 48% less than the average US private institution. What we've built in, as you'll see when I talk more about the specifics of the degree, is flexibility. So there's a mix of both lectures and seminars and hybrid courses. There's also flexibility around whether students study something in a traditional discipline, something more thematic, or something that we create together that basically aligns with their interests and career goals. One of the other aspects of this is that there is a career alignment to everything we're doing. The core skills, competencies that we have built into this degree are exactly the ones that employers say they are looking for when they hire people right out of college. And finally, and this is a really important one, especially for me as somebody who's directing this program, community. Students advance through this program as a cohort. They build peer support, lifelong friendships, and that begins with the very first course they'll take, which is an Introduction to Humanities course, where they get to not only figure out what the humanities are and what speaks to them about this field, but they also get to meet faculty who will present on what they teach and study. They'll have a chance to work with advisors and coaches as well. And now we have a new humanities club where students who are interested in both diving deeper, but also finding social community, friends to relax with, a chance to get to know their professors better, can do so through field trips, through film nights, through special humanities club lunches, and so on. As you can see, we have 24 different concentrations. So students complete a concentration by choosing 5 or more courses in one area of study on this long list that we have here, ranging from artificial intelligence to bioethics to culture and society, English, film studies, pre-law, pre-dental and pre-med, social entrepreneurship, social justice, and so much more. The way the degree works, I'm going to explain it the way that I like to explain it, that people understand it. It's 44 credits. You'll do those 44 credits on top of an additional 40 credits that you'll do in general education. So together it's 84 credits. And that gives students time, in addition to completing their humanities requirements, to also pick up another minor or two in things that are of interest to them. I'll start with the humanities curriculum. Every student begins with the introduction to humanities. I kind of like to talk about the humanities degree as kind of a sandwich. And if you think about the bread in a sandwich, the top level bread is the intro classes that students take. Intro to humanities, but also one introductory course in whatever area might be of interest to that student. Could be social justice, it could be religion or cultural studies or sociology. It gives a student really a chance to explore a potential concentration. Then there are 4 more courses if the student likes that concentration that they would take to complete it. And if they don't, it would be 5 more courses. Then we have a skills track. Every student will take a 3-course skills track. This is sort of the special sauce of our humanities degree. In no other place that I know of would you complete a degree in humanities with real world, hardcore, usable skills that you can put on a resume that employers are looking for. For example, content creation. A student could put together a concentration, say, in English, with a skills track in content creation where they learn digital marketing or social media or how to create all kinds of different content and use that content creation skill to market themselves to future employers. Another popular skills track is leadership. We know that most people who get promoted into leadership positions in their lives are often do so because of their great job performance, but with no training on how to lead and inspire and influence others. And we would be providing that hands-on kinds of knowledge here in the skills track. The final piece of bread on our sandwich here, if you will, is that students at the end will complete a 2-track course, one in learning data analysis and statistics, and another focused on a capstone with original research of their own that we really help them choose a topic and a subject to study that they can then put on a resume and market to employers. So some of the kinds of skills that students will learn in pretty much all of their humanities courses are the exact skills that the the Society for Human Resource Management has said through their research that employers are looking for. And we focus on this in pretty much every one of our classes. Problem-solving skills, critical thinking, that's what humanities is all about. All of us use teamwork as an approach to learning. Students learn written communication. They learn a strong work ethic. They learn technical skills, project management, adaptability, leadership, and attention to detail. So students who are in the humanities Bachelor of Arts program can customize their experience in a variety of ways. In addition to the curriculum that I just outlined, they can do a co-op or internship through Warriors at Work. They can do study abroad to complete some of their courses and have a global experience. Research through both the courses they take, but also that final capstone and service learning where they can really be engaged with the wider community as a member of that community, and an engaged citizen. So now I'll hand this back to my colleague Gianna to kind of walk you through the last or the next steps rather on your journey to Merrimack College Humanities Bachelor of Arts degree.
Thank you so much, Deb. I always love hearing you talk about the humanities, and it makes me wish that I could go back to college and get my degree in humanities because I feel like it's the way of the future. It definitely is. So thank you so much. As Deb mentioned, this wraps up our formal presentation. I hope that you learned more about our affordable degree in the humanities and that you are as excited about it as we certainly are. So in front of you, you will see a few next steps. You certainly have the option to start your application. Our first admission deadline is coming up November 15th, which would be early decision and early action. And then we also have deadlines that are a bit later too. Early action 2 is January 15th, and then we go to regular at February 15th, and then rolling from there. So we'd love for you to start your application, get it in early. That way you can get your acceptance to Merrimack and also information about your merit and financial aid offers too. Next, we would invite you to visit campus. And then, of course, there are opportunities for you to connect with us either on social media or with your specific counselor. If you're not sure who that is, you are able to go to this website and enter in your high school, and you will see the contact information for your admission counselor. So you can get in touch with us that way. So all of that's available for you there. But at this point in time, I'll stop sharing. That way we can take a few questions from you if you have any about the humanities or more generally about Merrimack too. We'd be happy to field those. Okay, the first question is from Molly. And Molly says, my son is currently a sophomore at Merrimack in CATA VPA, wondering if a double major with humanities could be possible.
So the answer is sort of yes and no. You can't actually officially double major in CATA and in humanities, but what you can do is choose one of those, do either the $17,000 degree in CATA or do the $17,000 degree in humanities, and then pick up an additional minor or possibly two that would enable you to do some of the things in the other program. So if your child is somebody who wants to do humanities, but they also really have an interest in some of the programs in arts or music, they could pick up a music minor, they could pick up a graphic design minor, they could pick up a film production minor, whatever it is that they're interested in that's in CATA, they could do that as a minor. And the same thing, vice versa, for humanities, they can pick up a minor or two that would enable them to sort of have that same rich experience of a double major. But unfortunately, these are single major degree programs, but multiple minors and other opportunities to do the kinds of study they want to do. I hope that helps. And by the way, if things don't help and your student is here at Merrimack, please tell them to come see me, because my office is always, my door is always open, and I am happy to, chat with people and help, and students especially. I've been doing this since we created this degree. I love talking to students. They come and they sit, and I ask them about what they really want to do with their lives, and then we figure out the best track for them. So, please don't hesitate to come in.
Well, Deb, thank you so much for your time.
My
I
pleasure.
appreciate you spending a bit of your evening with us tonight to talk about the humanities. And I'm sure the folks that were listening in tonight did as well. And I will see you at Open House on the 18th.
Sure will, and I hope to see everyone on this call there as well.
Bye. Take care. Have a good night.
Bye.